South Africa, 63 points to 21. Goodness me, man. It was only 18-13 at half time. Crazy game. We're going to go through some key events and stats for this one, folks. A little bit belatedly, this one was a 2 a.m. kickoff New Zealand time, so I've just caught up on this. Sadly, I did know the result prior to going into it. Well, I hadn't seen the full score, but I did see when scrolling through the app to look for some other stats that, oh man, South Africa scored 60 points. I was starting to doubt myself, though, by halftime because, like I said, 13-18 at halftime. Anyway, crazy game. We'll go through it. You guys let us know your thoughts. So, South Africa showing some width early. Kurtley Arendse, who had a pretty good game, in case you haven't seen it, you can take it from me. He had a good game. Brex couldn't catch him wide early, and it's 5-0 with a missed conversion. Pretty good start away from him. And I should say, in Genoa, that stadium was rocking. The Italian crowd was doing really well. Football stadium, obviously. They said it's a pretty old stadium in Italy. Pigeons on the pitch. It was bizarre, but very, very cool to see the Italians and the French moving the games around to different grounds this November. There was a beautiful moment in the stadium where you saw a great Italian kick through, just stayed in touch, and Faf managed to catch it with his golden locks flowing and called the mark. It was a thing of beauty from both sides. Loving it. Loving the game up until that point, and continued loving it, to be honest. 8 minutes, the South Africans concede a penalty at the breakdown. And to be honest, that'll be one area, despite the fact that they won by as much as they did, that they'll look back and go, man, we got caught a few times at the breakdown by the Italians. So, Cannone, Lorenzo was having a bit of a field day at times, actually. So, concede a penalty at the breakdown. The Italians opt for 3. Crowd's loving it, but then the Italians immediately concede a penalty from the restart. So, the 3 points is essentially wiped up as quickly as it came. But that man, Capuozzo, who some of the commentators insist on calling Capuozzo, I don't know where that comes from, because his name doesn't even look like Capuozzo, or Capuozzo, whatever it is they say. Anyway, people get names wrong. I'll get over it. Italy with some advantage at the breakdown. Again, go on blindside. Lamaro with the quick hands. And this is the thing that this Italian side is starting to get known for. Hey, man, that man Capuozzo going into some kind of half space, doing his little... the commentator I had called it like a slalom, and I guess it is kind of like if he's skiing. He's able to just kind of glide through. I mean, to be honest, Arendse does it to him a bit later on, and he must not like how it feels, but he does it to other people pretty well, this Capuozzo. So it's a well-taken try either way. I'm going on about it, but 10 points to 8. Italy are actually in front. The crowd's loving it. I see this game also joined the club of games this weekend where guys just keep bloody missing touch. I swear every game I've seen, there's been multiple guys missing touch. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. They're trying to chew off that many extra meters. Not one for the kicking coaches anyway. 20 minutes, Italy win another penalty after Colby gets caught at, Colby catches the ball. The Italians flood the breakdown again, win another penalty. So they're up 13 points to 8. But then, again, concede a penalty straight from the restart. What are you doing, Italy? Get your restarts right, man. They were lucky to escape a South African maul on that particular occasion. But that luck would quickly run out. 25 minutes. This time it's the Italians pinged at the breakdown. Colby slots that one. So it's 13-11. And then 29 minutes. South African maul does get going. The TMO has to check in. Bonambi doesn't have a double movement, but it's cleared. Good to go. And it's 18 points to 13. South Africa takes the lead. They will not relinquish it from this point. Italy, though, did have a bunch of pressure. The crowd was getting into it. Italy opted for touch. They went for a maul. And I think quickly regretted their decision. They didn't try some kind of flashy move to get it to the backs because South Africa shut it down with ease, basically. Leroux was pretty peed off on 37 minutes when Ioane kind of smashed into him, no arms tackle, but it was just a penalty and nothing else came of it. At halftime, it's 13 points to 18. 13 points to 18 is still proper game on. That's a one-score game, man. Possession's 58 to South Africa. They've had 345 run meters to Italy's 118, but it's still game on. Very much game on. I'm not seeing where 60 points is going to come from. And, I mean, Italy's still doing well at the breakdown start of that second half. They get another penalty. They make it a 2-point game, but then the wheels start to come off, and South Africa just takes it up a gear, man. Like, Colby from the restart, that he injures himself doing it, but that's one the Italians would like back. But that's where the problems really start in the second half, man. 23-16. Libok comes on. Really pleased for that guy. I thought he took to the game well and had some good passes, some good kicks. South Africa, as the rain is driving down here as I record this, South Africa just started doing to Italy what that rain is doing to my garden. Just started driving it into oblivion. It's really piddling down. What was the next try? Like Willie Leroux, his pass to Kurtley Arons sets up another one. That was just South Africa just beautifully going wide. 30 points to 16. Kitsoff gets himself another line-out steal. I think that's 2 for this year. Italy just conceding penalties, man. Not able to front up. South Africa maul it. Quaka Smith gets one. 37-16. I wrote no, like Italy's just getting pushed around. Malcolm Marx gets a maul try. They do miss that conversion though, but it's 42-16. It's becoming an absolute, I don't want to say embarrassment, but it's too easy for the South Africans at that point. 65 minutes though, I wrote much needed Italian try, and it's a cross kick to my man Ioane, who's not Billy LaRue's favourite guy. Offload from the deck, Ferrari goes close, and then Lorenzo Cannone goes over. Like, they needed that, man. The crowd gets back into the game for a moment anyway, so it's 21-42. You're still half of your opposition score, but at least you got something to shout about. But then, I mean, Italy concede like a turnover ball in their own 22. Quaka Smith just pounces on it, gets it to Moster. Moster gets it to Kitsoff, like 49-21, man. Like, you can't give these. When South Africa was in a mood like that, you can't give them anything. Then Varney knocks himself out on Willie Leroux's hip. Long stoppage as he gets himself sorted. Hopefully he's all good, but he goes off on a stretcher. And then, 72 minutes, big South African scrum again, wide ball. Willie Leroux has just been playmaking like we know he can, basically. Gives it to Willems, who's playing on the right wing by this point. 56-21. Big conversion from Libok as well. I thought he'd missed it, but no, he nailed it. And then another wide pass from Libok. A real gutsy pass, brave pass to get it really wide to Kolisi. Kolisi gets it to Arons. Arons just tears up. This is where I'm talking. He does his little jink and jiving. Capuozzo's like, damn, that's how it feels. And then Reinach is their man who's able to finish off that move. All from their own half, man. 63-21. Pretty much every note I've got in the second half is just try. And a Kitsoff line-out steal. Worthy of a note. But, yeah, man. Crazy stuff. Run meters, 570 to 167. I don't need to tell you which side is which. Possession, 58-42. Territory, 57-47. Clean breaks, 8-3. Offloads, 9-4. Do we have a stat which is in favour of Italy? Yes, turnovers conceded, 9-12. So they had 12. South Africa had 9. Not a stat you want to be winning. However, the Italians did break a bunch of tackles. The South African tackling numbers are pretty bad, 79, but I guess it doesn't matter if you're able to scramble, even if you miss the initial tackle. And sometimes the South African defenders do defend that way. They kind of fly up and don't mind if they miss it as long as they slow you down, distract you. So there you go. But still, the numbers are usually higher than that. 88% for the Italians, despite conceding 63 points. Sometimes it's not even a tackle that gets missed. It's just clean through. And that was one of the issues when we looked at the pre-match stats about the Italians as well, is that they concede a bunch of clean breaks, and it's like when the defence is broken, often it's like a catastrophic breaking of the defence, and sometimes that was the case. And sometimes it's just maul tries, man. You can't help them. Capuozzo, 59 metres, a clean break and 4 defenders beaten, plus his try, not bad. Lorenzo Cannone wins 3 turnovers. His brother Niccolo has 16 from 17 tackles, good shift. Kurtley Arons, 174 metres. That's more than the Italian team. 4 clean breaks, 4 defenders beaten. What a shift. Plus 2 tries. And didn't try to go for the hat-trick. He set up Reinach for the last one. What a team, man. Mature head on a young man's shoulders. Mostert, top tackler for South Africa, 10 from 13. Not bad. Not bad, South Africa. Way to bounce back. I feel a bit sorry for the Italians, but I mean, they'll look back on that first half and go, we were still in that game. And then we weren't in that second. But, yeah, like I said, the Italians are still a pretty young team. They'll learn from playing South Africa, a team they don't get to meet that often. So, yeah, there's still positives to be had for it, even though they shipped 63 points. And, like I said, the South Africans, after a couple of losses, damn, showed what they could do when they unleashed. So there you go, folks. You guys let us know your thoughts. I've still got one game to watch. That's Georgia and Wales. Don't think it's quite as high scoring. I may or may not have been privy to the result of that one as well. But anyway, we'll go watch that one now. You guys let us know your thoughts, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. See you later.